Good morning everybody, I'm back in the Lake District today. It's only March but we've got glorious weather today, so I made the trip over here. It's Friday, so I don't expect it to be as busy as it would be on a weekend. Behind me is Derwentwater. Across from me on the other side of Derwentwater is Keswick. Right now I'm on the walk up to Maiden Moor, which is the mountain next to Catbells. Catbells I've done before, it's quite a famous walk in the Lake District. After this I plan to go into Keswick. Hopefully I can find somewhere nice for lunch, and then I'm staying overnight over on the western side of the Lake District where I haven't been before actually, so that will be interesting. So at this point at the corner of the lake, I've walked about a mile so far, mostly flat, and from here it starts going uphill. I've just reached a fairly flat area here. It's quite a big space where you could sit and have a break. I'm in between the summits of Catbells on that side, about 300 metres, and up a little bit of a climb still. And then behind me on this side is the summit to Maiden Moor. Now that's a bit more of a climb up there. I'm going to stop here for a break and I'll film both sides of the mountain. I can feel my Achilles tendon pulling again, so I'm not sure whether to go for Catbells or go for Maiden Moor, or to stop here and go back down. So I'll just give myself a few minutes and I'll have to think what to do. Now this path in this direction leads to the village called Littletown. I once did llama trekking from there up onto that path, but not all the way up to this mountain. It was a bit too big to do a llama trek. Keswick is a popular town on the shores of Derwentwater and is surrounded by mountain scenery. It's a good base for a variety of walks, such as up the popular mountains of Eskdale and Catbells. There are regular boat trips on Derwentwater and plenty of facilities in the town and by the lakeside. There are several car parks, but make sure you bring cash as the phone signal here is weak and you may not be able to pay using a parking app. I went for dinner at Fellpack restaurant where I had a mushroom stroganoff and pear crumble. Behind me is the bridge, and that's where I stayed overnight last night. I got a last minute deal because I saw the weather forecast was so good for this weekend, and I just booked to come here. Also because I've not been to the western side of the Lake District before. So yesterday I was based in Keswick to do a hike, and then I came here overnight. A couple of things to bear in mind if you want to come to the western Lake District. It's a lot more remote. The roads are smaller, so the distances to drive will take you longer. So the 30 miles between Keswick and here, it took me an hour, and there was no traffic. It's just because the roads are so small. And you also lose your phone signal. I mean, even in Keswick, the phone signal's still not good. After that, when you come further west, you lose the phone signal. I don't think I've had one at all since I've been round here. I used a sat nav to drive here because the Google Maps on the phone just wouldn't load. The hotel has Wi-Fi, so you're okay in the hotel, but as soon as you come out, you lose the signal. So that's just something to bear in mind if you want to come here. But you will have remoteness. So if you really want remoteness, the western side of the Lake District is probably a good place to come. So this is Wastwater. This is the first time I've been to this lake. On the opposite side of the lake is the biggest mountain in England, Eskdale Pike. So you've got parking over that side for the people climbing up that. That's a popular mountain. There are a few places around the lake to park. You can do a flattish hike around this lake, but apparently it's not a clear path all the way around, so it's quite a difficult hike. I did think about doing it, but the rating was hard, and normally I only do the ones that say easy or intermediate. So I've decided just to walk along this side where you have got a path, so it's a lot easier. So despite it being a Saturday morning with really nice weather, it's still not very busy, as you can see, although it is still March, so it's still low season. But this lake is quite remote. It's over on the west side. So I'm not sure how busy it would get in high season. It isn't that easy to get to, even though on the map it can look quite close to bigger towns, but because the roads are so small, it takes a long time to get anywhere around this side of the Lake District. As you can see, there's a lot of flat areas where you can sit. There's nobody there at the moment at all.
Wastwater is the deepest lake in England with a depth of 79 metres or 260 feet. It's almost 5 kilometres long and 500 metres wide. On TV, Wastwater was named as Britain's favourite view. It's very remote here, so you won't find any facilities around the lake. However, there are some basic toilets at Wasdale Head Car Park. Wastwater is situated approximately 38 miles from Keswick, but it takes over an hour to get here by car due to the small roads. Close to Wastwater, I stopped at the Sawmill cafe and shop to buy some local products. A few miles from Wastwater is the picturesque small village of Eskdale. Here you can find walking trails nearby as well as a small post office and shop. The village church was built in 1890 and originally had a school underneath on the lower floor. The school has now moved and the lower floor is now used as a village hall. The church was closed when I visited as the roof needs to be repaired.
So I've just stopped here in the middle of nowhere because there's an ancient Roman fort here built in the year AD 120. It's so quiet here as well today, even though it's Saturday. There's no wind at all, perfect conditions. So let's go and have a look.
Situated high up in the hills at 250 metres above sea level, Hardknott Fort was founded during Hadrian's rule in the 2nd century AD, and it used to be a base for 500 soldiers. The site consisted of a commanding officer's house, 4 corner towers, barracks, granaries and a bathhouse. Next to Hardknott Fort, you'll drive along Hardknott Pass, which, along with Rosedale Chimney Bank in Yorkshire, shares the title of the steepest road in England. It has a maximum grading of 33% and twists and climbs for 13 miles through the mountains, although the toughest section lasts for only a couple of miles. As you can see on the video, my car really struggled in some of these bends as I only have a small engine.
That's all from me here in the Lake District. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.